Kirk Duckwall here with Mastermind, the market, your real estate stats update for the Twin Cities market. Well, did we just hit peak week? What do I mean by that? And are we there? We'll get into that in just 1 second. But if you like these videos, make sure you click on that like and subscribe button. Share them out as well. All right, let's dive into the data and take a look at how fast our real estate market is moving today. Okay, if we look at one of my favorite metrics, which is the showings per listing per week, going back to 2019, we can see that the peak week was between 331 and 46 at a 6.82. Keep that number in mind. That's important. Moving forward, we're going to just go right past 2020 because that just was not a normal year, especially for real estate stats. Moving into 2021, we can see the peak week was between 314 and 320 at 10.43 showings per week per listing, average in that 250 to 500K range. 2022, we have a rate at 10.15 in the week between 327 and 4.2. So we're probably pretty close or at peak right now with a rate of 7.67. So maybe we'll peak out in the next week or so if this is not the peak week. All right, a lot of people think that our fastest, hottest real estate market is the springtime, and anybody knows, watches this channel, if you wait until it's green, you typically miss out on a little green. So we're getting closer. We're getting really close to that peak week, if not just had that happen, up from a 6.76. This is in comparison to last year's. This gap is closing, 8.24, only down by 7%. As far as that showings per week per listing average. Total number of showings, though, down a bit more. It was 3253 in comparison to last year's 4473. Okay, looking at where that puts everything on the market meter, it's at a 9.67, up from a 9.22. So this is that velocity a buyer or seller will experience while out in the marketplace. So putting that on the chart here, we can see 9.67 landing right in here. Really, really strong seller's market range on the edge of a extreme seller's market range. So as one of my coworkers puts it, right now it's like last year it was 110 degrees and now it's just 105 degrees. It's still a really hot seller's market. And things are going to slow down, but it's going to take a little while. So, over the next month, it might only get down to 98 degrees out there, right? Still in that strong seller's market range, but improving for buyers, especially if we get a dump of inventory coming into the marketplace. Okay, taking a look at some of the other stats out there in the market. New listings dropped off week over week a little bit in comparison to last year where they were picking back up, 1,033 down to 1,006. Pending sales on the rise, 805 up to 850. And that inventory of homes, that gap is still closing, 11.6% differential over last year, now down to only a 10.8% differential. And that's playing a bit into the velocity being not quite as fast in the marketplace. So if we look at that and how that charts out on the monthly market meter, you can see in comparison to last year, peaked out in March, end of March, 13.13 on the market meter. Well, if we are close, we're probably not going to go much past 10 or stay just below it. Right now, when I did this chart at 327, we are at that 9.67 range. And for everybody out there, you can view this market meter yourself. You can pull it up. We have the whole explanation on there of how to read the market meter. You can just go to Bricks Twin Cities, scroll down, and click on market meter. Again, brickstwincities.com to pull that up. If you're viewing it on your phone, though, you will need to scroll around with your finger to populate the chart correctly so you can see today. All right, hopefully you found this information valuable. As always, feel free to reach out with any questions. Short recap for sellers, still going to be pretty good for, maybe the next 30 days-ish or so, and things will start to cool down. I expect a kind of a week, a soft June timeline, and maybe getting, things really slowing down into that soft market in the mid part to late part of May. For buyers, that's when you're going to start to see a lot of opportunity out there. However, you are going to see listings coming on at a much faster pace once things start to warm up consistently. Take care. Have a great week. Again, click that like, subscribe.